All right. Good morning, everybody. I'm gonna share a little something different this morning. So we've got a few monitors in UptimeRobot.com, and one of the ways that I like to interact with things is with Ruby and with Ruby gems. Ruby is pretty awesome. I guess I was first turned on to it with the use of Puppet, and my old job we possibly because of Puppet, it just really pushed us towards the use of Ruby. So we had lots of Ruby scripts. I definitely won't call myself an expert in Ruby, but that's kind of the point here is that with very little expertise, very little background, you can get started in Ruby. And one thing that Ruby has is Ruby gems. So what you need to start with is first you need Ruby installed in your environment, and with Ruby will come gems. So you can do sudo gem install, or you can do gem search, let's say CloudWatch, because I just happen to know that Uptime Robot won't give very many results. So it's going to search, and you may need to give the -R flag to the search option. But in this case, it just brought me back some remote gems, quite a few that are related to CloudWatch. Maybe you want to search for, maybe you want to search for EC2, all kinds of things out there that you don't have to do. You don't have to start from scratch. You can just bootstrap from where they are already with these gems. So I've already gone ahead and installed the Uptime Robot gem. And the IRB is kind of like the interactive Ruby, which is the default kind of tool to just hack Ruby in the command line, like a shell essentially. But there's a more, and I've got Travis also on the call here, and he is, I asked him if I say anything wrong, he can just correct me quickly. So Pry is just a more advanced shell, and it's just a great little shell. It can help you list the methods of a given gem or library. So I'm going to use that. One good thing about IRB is it remembers your history. So I started with this gem about maybe it's been 20 minutes ago now. And 10 minutes of that is just preparing for this, getting the video set up here. So I'm going to just backtrack. And first you need to require, I'm sorry, I'm just cheating here with my history. Require Uptime Robot. Very simple, single quotes around the gem you want to get it loaded into the environment here. Bam. If it says true, something good happened. All right, then I'm going to go back in my history. I apologize. And I'm going to change this key. So, sorry, suckers. So anyways, so U is going to be my object, and it's going to be an Uptime Robot client. And I just go on the UptimeRobot.com website once I have an account, and there's a space where they'll just give you a key, generate the key, and it's easy to delete the key and start anew. And since we haven't used the API key very much, I don't fear that I'm going to go hose a bunch of scripts that we have. So I think you can only have one key or one main key, and then with Uptime Robot you can have a per monitor key. Thanks. I believe this gem is thanks to GitHub Wine Barrel, and I think he also did the gem for Status Cake, which I also kind of just looked at real quick before this, and it looks just as good. Okay, so we create our object, we get back a successful login and all its details. If you just type U you're going to see those same details over again. It just prints the object in kind of a human readable format. So I'm going to switch over to the website. I'm just going to use this command line browser, links to, and go to the Uptime Robot API webpage. Oops. Okay. All right, so it's going to show us some sample methods. It's not formatted very well in the command line, but here's one of the methods is get monitors. I'll demo that. I'm going to not go through all of these, but new monitor, edit monitor, delete monitor, get alert contacts, add a new contact. So let's just get back over here and do u.get monitors. Boom. So we're checking bookscouter.com and Feedback Genius and all of the details of all those things. How often we're checking, every 5 minutes, which is part of the free plan. Yeah. All right, so you can scroll on down, and I'm not going to do that because I've only just reviewed the first couple of entries because I didn't want to have to redact anything. Let's see here. I was going to go to their website and try to just see how hard it was to create a new monitor. I haven't even done this. This is going to be a live demo that will probably fail. All right, so this is their thing, and I'm guessing it's going to give me an error because I don't have the proper contact IDs, but let's give it a shot. Hey, or maybe we'll alert whoever these people are, these ID 448 poor people, right? All right, so alert contacts value is wrong. All right, I'm going to pause the video and see if I can actually go get some IDs. So during the break, someone asked that, what is Uptime Robot? Well, it's simply a website, uptimerobot.com, and they offer from a free plan to a, several $100 plan based on the number of alerts that you want to send. It basically checks your websites, and I'm not sure all the things that it can do, but let's say you wanted to check that your website returned 200, or maybe you want to check your certificates that they're not going to expire. That's what Uptime Robot does. So this is simply an example gem to show you how Ruby gems are easy to work with in general. So I went back and found one of our contact IDs. I'm going to see if my copy paste works here. So again, my object U, that's my connection client, and then I want to do the method .new monitor. This is just an example from Wine Barrel's GitHub page, and then I pasted in my very own contact ID. All right, so then I'm going to just hit enter, and cool. It came back and says that it created the thing, and here's the ID, and now I should be able to go to Uptime Robot or list my get monitors, and one of those, I'm not going to scroll through them because I don't want to accidentally leak anything, but one of my monitors is going to be this Google monitor. So it's pretty easy to get started with Ruby gems, and hope it's a fun diversion from our normal bash talks and whatnot. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Travis, do you have any comments?
Yeah, I guess if typically, I think you strive to move away from installing gems in your global gem that you would use some Ruby version manager to install specific versions of Rubies, and then install gems for that specific version of Ruby. That's not really important to this talk, but for anybody listening, when you're like sudo install gem, typically that's not the best practice. But
Okay. Good.
it worked.
Cool.
So that was awesome. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks so much. See y'all tomorrow.